Hi friends! We're going to do a science experiment today with some flowers. And if you want to do it too, all you need to do is go to a grocery store like Cub and buy some white carnations, and then you just need some food coloring at home, and then you can do it too. Now, this is a fun experiment because it will show you how flowers drink water and how water gets all the way to the different parts of a flower. Now, flowers need to drink water just like we do. The things that flowers need to grow are soil, sun, and water. Now, this flower, since it's not in the soil anymore and the roots have been cut off, we know it's not going to grow anymore. Now is a good time for us to look at it and smell it. It's a good decoration, but it's not going to live for much longer. If we wanted it to live for a long time, we would need to keep it in the soil with its roots and let the roots keep growing and drinking water and getting the nutrients from the soil. So let's use this flower while we still can before it gets all brown and needs to be thrown away. I am going to put it in different colored water. Now, do you remember when we did the walking rainbow science experiment with the paper towels and we talked about capillary action and how water likes to stay together? So when we put a paper towel in the colored water, the water wanted to stay together and it traveled up the paper towel into the next cup. Well, the same is true with water in a stem. Capillary action works the same way with a flower. Water likes to stay together. So when this flower starts to drink water up through the stem, it's going to suck it up kind of like a straw, and all the water is going to stay together. It likes to be together, and it will come up the flower. And the flower's drinking it, just like if we had a soft drink and we had a straw and we went, tasty. That's what the flower's doing too. It's drinking up the water. Some of the water will go to the leaves to keep them green and fresh, and then the water will keep coming up, and some of the water will stop at these leaves to give it a drink, and some of the water will keep coming up, and some of the water will come all the way to the petals to give them a drink so they don't get thirsty. You know a flower is very thirsty when the petals get brown and they start to droop. They haven't been getting enough water. So right now, these petals are nice and white. I've been keeping them in regular water, but now I want to put them in colored water. What do you think will happen to these white petals when they've been drinking colored water? Do you think the petals will change colors, or do you think they'll stay white? Make a prediction. What do you think? And then we'll find out. I'm going to put this carnation in the green water. See, I just took regular water and I put some green food coloring in it. I'm going to take this carnation and put it in the red water. I'm going to take this carnation and put it in the black water. I had some black food coloring to use. I'm going to take this carnation and put it in the yellow water. And I'll take this carnation and put it in the blue water. Now we need to let the flowers drink that water for a while. They're going to start drinking it up. Just like we would use a straw, the water's going to come up the stem. Some will stop at the leaves. Some will come up to the petals so the petals can have more water. And we will see what happens to the petals. You'll have to check in with me in a little while. I'll check it in a couple hours, and then I'll check it tomorrow. We'll see what happens as the flowers drink more and more. All right, see you in a little bit. Bye. Hi, friends. So it's a few days later, and I'm going to show you how our carnations look. Now, I have to say I'm really disappointed that you're not here because it worked really well, but it's going to be hard to see through the camera So hopefully you were able to get some flowers at home, or some celery at home would do the same thing, and you can give it a try, because if you were here with me, you'd be able to get really close up to the flowers and you can see where all the color is, but I'm not going to be able to show you that as well through the camera, but I'll do the best that I can. So this is 2 days later of looking at the flowers, so you do have to have some patience. But it is really fun to go and look at the flowers every couple hours, because you start to see a little bit of color, then some more color, and then lots of color. So let me show you the black. You'll probably see this one the best. So this carnation has been drinking black food-colored water for 2 days, and you see all of the black rings around the petals. This flower has been thirsty, and so it's been drinking and drinking. And all around the petals, do you see all of the black lines? Lots of black. That looks pretty clear. You can see that. Where the black water has come all the way up the stem. Some stopped at the leaves, and then it kept coming up. Some stopped at these leaves, and then some of it came up to the petal to give it water so that the carnation could stay hydrated. If it gets too dried out and too thirsty, it's going to turn into a brown old flower and we'll have to throw it away. So far, it still is looking like a really beautiful flower. Still smells good, but it's turning a little bit of black. So let's look at another one. The yellow is another one that's really cool to look at. I don't know how easy you'll see it, but from where I'm at right now, it looks really cool. Can you see some of that yellow? Yeah, I think so. See it along the lines of the petals there? Lots of yellow, and you can see it on the bottom. You see that? Pretty cool. This flower was thirsty for the yellow water, and he drank it all the way up. And because of capillary action, the water wanted to stay together, so when the flower started drinking, the water said, "Wait for me, I want to come too." And a big gulp went up, up, up to the petals. Let's see. So the red one is really hard to see. It's even hard for me to see. I'm not sure why. If you're doing it at home, something you might want to try is put a lot of food coloring in the water, especially with the red one. That might help, because it's kind of hard to see. Like, it looks like it has a little bit of a pink tint, but white and red also makes like a pink color, so it is a little bit harder to see on the petals. Yeah, you have to get really close. Like, I can see it right here, but that's because I can get my face really close to it. Well, here's the green one. This flower's been drinking green water. Let me see if you can see some of the light greens on the ends. Oh, yep, there's some right there. It's fun to see. I see some green in there. Yep. So that one's been drinking green water for 2 days. And this one's been drinking blue. This one I like to look right in the middle because it looks like it's turning blue. You see that? And there's some blue on the edges like the black had. Oh, sorry, my finger is covering it. Yeah, it's just hard to see through a camera. I'm sorry, friends. So hopefully some of you get to try it at home. On the top, can you see some of the blue on the top? There's some right over here. So yeah, you can give it a try next. Remember, capillary action is helping all this happen because when a flower gets thirsty and it starts drinking up some water, see there's a drop right there about to drip. The water wants to stay together. So a little group of water, see, look, it's on my fingertip now. Do you see how it wants to stay together? This group of drops is making a big drop on my finger. I took it off the stem because this water was saying, wait for me. If you're going up the flower, I'm going with you. That's capillary action. Water likes to stay together. See, here's some big drops I'm getting on my finger. All of this water that was about to go up the stem. Do you see how it's green? So this green water is going to go up to the petals. I can do that too with my water. See, I've got my water here. I like to drink sparkling water. And I have a straw in it so I can be like a flower and drink it up. And all of that water, when I take a big gulp, the water wants to stay together too. Says, wait for me. And then I take a big gulp up. All right, friends. Well, if you have a chance to do this at home, I'd love to see a picture of how your flowers turned out. Maybe you can get the red to work a little better if you use some more food coloring. So let me know. I'll see you later.